Hello, it's another Tuesday, and of course on OGTV, of course. My name is Akim Akitunde, and it's another edition of Sports Executive with me, always, every time, every Tuesday around this time on OGTV. If you don't know, yesterday, to be precise, Ogun State was 49. Ogun State was created on the 3rd of February, year 1976. And so we still looking at conversations surrounding Ogun State in the last 49 years, and we're looking at the sporting angle this morning on Sports Executive. So I have as a guest somebody who also pioneered sports development in Ogun State, so to say, because 6 months after Ogun State was created, he joined Ogun State Sports Council, and of course he rose to the rank of assistant director, deputy director before he retired from the service. And if you must know, he played international handball. He retired as a handball coach, as a deputy director. He played handball for Nigeria, and he was instrumental to handball revolution in Ogun State. In the 90s, as I said, he retired as a deputy director. I'm talking about no other person than Coach Adesonya Bello, ex-international handball player, and of course, a retired deputy director from the Ogun State Sports Council. Coach Bello, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Alaji.
Yes, Coach Bello, as I told you earlier on, 49 years. If you look at it sports-wise for Ogun State, you joined the Ogun State Sports Council 6 months after the creation of Ogun State. What was this like? What was sports like? And of course, how was the development like? What was sports like when you came to Ogun State? What was the Sports Council like? Tell us.
Thank you very much. When we look at it from the onset, Ogun State has been blessed with athletes, no doubt about it. When we talk of infrastructures, at the onset, we have only 2 stadia in Ogun State. That is the one, we call it Ashero Stadium, and that of Ijebu Stadium. And gradually, thank God for the visionary leaders that we have in those days then, that thought it wise to bring in all Ogun State athletes all over the country. Because we are very blessed with athletes in Ogun State, and with all these talents coming together, Ogun State was able to have its way among the sporting states in the country then. And since then, we have been trying to manage that position.
Looking at your own sport, handball.
Okay.
And I know that talking about Ashero, talking about Ijebu, that's mainly open field for football.
Good.
When was Alake Sports Center conceptualized, and what was the because handball came to Alake Sports Center, table tennis, basketball, volleyball, and that's what we are still developing today. I mean, when was it conceptualized, and what was it like then?
Thank you very much.
Or when did you start your training as a handball player?
Okay. Thank you very much. When you look at the game of handball, let me just go for the sports in general in Ogun State.
Yeah.
We don't have much facilities, like I've said earlier on. Like in handball, we train at St. Louis College those days on the grass.
On the grass?
Yes, on the grass.
Okay.
Okay? And so many other sports would find their ways to train just to make sure they have their own training going on. But gradually, we went for we were about going for a festival, 79. You remember, or your 79? Oluyole 79. As we were training, everybody were training, and don't forget that I've told you that Ogun State have gone around to bring all the athletes. It's the one standard we have in Ogun State in those days is the fact that if you are not a national player, they don't get into the sports council as a player. That is the standard we have in those days. So when you talk of basketball, handball, volleyball, hockey, cycling, you have all of them national team athletes. So we were training and training and training, preparing for that festival. So And the Alake Sports Center, which is Ikeja Stadium right now, you remember in those days, that place has been a football pitch. That's our local stadium in Abeokuta.
Okay.
That Ikeja, that's our local stadium in those days. Okay? So now they now think, okay, where do we now develop sports that can bring more people to participate? That's why I say we have some good visionary leaders. They now said, the leaders then say, okay, let's go back to Ikeja. Let's have many sports in that area so that the concentration will be there for youths to come and train. And that really brought out Alake Sports Center. You are saying. Okay. But then, handball was not included.
Okay.
But by the time we went for the festival, Oluyole 79, fortunately for us, or unfortunately for, we went for the draw at Oluyole that night. I could remember vividly. And when we picked, the first team we were to play was Bendel, that is Midwest then. And Midwest are the champion in Nigeria. And you know, festival in those days is knockout on knockout basis, right? So when we came back home, holding the technical meeting at night, our director then, Mrs. Tinu Daudu, will ask you, which team are you playing tomorrow? Which team are you playing? When it comes to our turn, I told them we are playing Bendel, Midwest. He said, oh, you've gone back home. I said, what? I said, let's give it a try, we go. Because of that fear, none of the officials, I can say authoritatively, none of the officials came to our pitch to come and watch handball. They went to Adamasingba, basketball, volleyball, and other sports.
But eventually you shocked them.
Eventually we shocked them. We shocked them and we defeated Bendel. It was Midwest then. So when we came back at night, they were holding the technical, say, what is your result? What is your result? People knew already. So when we said we defeated Midwest, they said, wow, how do we make it? So everybody was shocked. That very night, they asked us, what type of training shoe do you want? We were giving training shoe and other things to really...
Now, the Sports Council, definitely, even though we have Ministry of Sports now,
right,
the controversy is still there, but we see the Sports Council as where we have the technocrats,
okay,
and the engine room for sport development, especially in Ogun State. And of course, we can mention some director of sports. You just mentioned one of the few women that make mark,
the first woman
that made mark when it comes to sport development in Ogun State. Tell us more about Mrs. Tinu Daudu and an effort to develop sports in Ogun State.
Thank you very much. Being the first female director of sports in Nigeria, and being an athlete herself too, that woman, she's a mother in terms of welfare of the athletes. She's a mother. And she's the person that listens to people's advice. When you say, Mommy, this is how we are going to do it, say, do you think you are going to get it right from there? And once we just answer her yes, it's okay, go ahead. I wish you all the best. She gives the support, and not when you talk in terms of administration. We were practicing a partial commission then. Let me use that word. Partial commission, sports commission. How do I mean? Every year, every sports will write their budget. This is what we're going to do this year, this is what we're going to do. They will now allocate some amount into each association. And it is now depend on you as an association to think of which of the national program am I going to attend, that I'm going to make a mark. Because we don't believe that just go there and be a participant. You must come back with laurels. So based on that, let me use my own game as an example.
Yeah.
When we were about to go for Kangiwa Cup in Sokoto that year, we told Mama, we said, Mommy, he said, yes, what can I do for you? We said, well, we want a favor from you, Ma. She said, what? We want to travel to West Africa to play friendly matches before going to Sokoto. Sokoto. He said, yeah, you have your budget. If you know, you can go there and come back. So we traveled as far from Nigeria to Ghana. Our intention was to go to Cote d'Ivoire. But unfortunately, when we got to the Republic of Benin, we wanted to play one match, but we were to play two matches, because when we played the first match, we won them. They said, no, We have to play another one. We won them the second time. We moved to Togo. We played Togo 2 matches, 1 match, then we played 2 matches over there too. We won 1, lost 1. That one we lost is just, I don't want to say much about it because it's going to be like a disgrace to that state, to that nation, because it was their national team, but not only that, we have almost 7 national players in our team. Then we moved there to Ghana. That Ghana is just a watchover. We played them 2 matches and we won them the 2 matches. But time was against us, we have to come back to Nigeria. We moved from there to Sokoto. Can you believe it? The first Kangaroo Cup that year we won, we brought the cup back to Ogun State because we won.
What you are saying now is that in those years, then,
yeah,
the Sports Council don't joke with preparation.
At all.
But there is always, budget for preparation. And, and the athletes are always very, very happy.
Exactly.
You don't just go competition. You take preparation very, very serious.
Very, very serious.
And if you look at the experience, okay, let's take it down to what was it like until we had, because you were also part of Gateway Games 2006.
All right.
What was it like? Sport development gradually in Ogun State, until we now had the opportunity of hosting in 2006. What was the experience like?
Thank you very much. It was wonderful. Wonderful in the sense that before the advent of that 2006 Sport Festival, I will not deceive you, the sports have been going down. The sports development have been going down. The reason is the fact that we were training, Ogun State we were training the athletes. Other states will come and poach them. Okay? Because why? We do not take the good welfare of our athletes. Let me use that word. No good welfare for the athletes. So other states will come and push them away. And we remain with the old players here. That age is telling, and in sports, once you are above 30, forget about it.
Yeah.
You will see the diminishing return of performances.
Yeah.
Okay? So that diminishing return really tells on Ogun State in those days that all the good athletes move out, no other ones to replace them. And the vacuum is so much to be filled. And when it comes to that 2006 preparation, thank God for the people in the government then that have been able to prepare the team for almost 2 years. You are aware of it too, already. You know that we were camped at Ijebu-Ode, all the state teams, and we have a very good bed for swimming. Ogun State
that trained outside.
Yeah, Ogun State could have taken the first position because we have about 80 gold medals in swimming, and we did not even have 1. And we still came second. You can imagine that if we are able to take 5 or 10 from those states, we will become first. But in other sports, we see we won in other sports. But immediately after that 2006, where's Ogun State? We went to sleep again. Let me just use that word. We went to sleep. Because why? You see, there are some actions taken that is really affecting the development of sports in this state. One, I will tell you this. In those days, I said the yardstick for picking athletes must be a national player. Okay? The yardstick of bringing people into that sports council, even if you are an organizer, you must do sports to a level then. But today,
things have changed.
Things have changed. What people are really focusing upon now today is that if you are not a degree holder, forget about it. No matter what you do. I'm a degree holder. I'm from greatest university of Nigeria, Ibadan, UI. Okay? I don't say people should not study. You can combine the two together. But don't use it as a yardstick to pick athletes. Don't use it as a yardstick to employ
organizers or pick coaches.
Or pick coaches to organize.
Sport is more about practical.
Practical, thank you, my brother. Sport is about practical. And the moment we shy away from it, that is the result we are getting right now.
What is happening to your own game right now in Ogun State? Looking at the revolution that people like you brought in the 90s, that saw us to the 2006 and thereabout.
Okay.
And of course, we also have an handball court permanently at Alake Sports
Alake
Center.
Sports Center, right.
But is handball thriving in Ogun State?
The answer will be yes, yes. And well, yes, let me say yes. You know why I'm saying this? You see, after achieving so much in handball, because remember we won 2 gold medals from 2 national sport festivals. Okay, 1979, 1981. But immediately after 81, something happened. You know, Ogun State that many people don't realize that. 6 of our players went to Europe. 6. And they are there till today.
But that's why you people are coaches. Going to the grassroots should be one of the jobs of the coaches of the Sports Council. Okay. You were talking about then that you brought all your players, their national team players.
Okay.
But what is this place for grassroots development? Are we doing enough?
I've said something earlier.
Discovery of talents from the grassroots.
We do.
Secondary schools, primary school.
We do.
Is Ogun State doing enough as we speak?
We do. I said something earlier on. I said poaching. You see, for a player to play in the National Sport Festival, you must be at least 6 or 7 years in that game or sports.
Yeah, I agree.
You agree with that? Thank you very much. So to be on 6 or 7 years on that sport so that you can compete with other athletes from other states. But by the time you train, you discover an athlete today, and that athlete goes to maybe 4 or 5 years with you, and you went for a national competition, people saw him or her, his ability or her ability or skills, they talk to him or her. And before you know it, that athlete will leave.
Offer.
But thank you. So when they give them the better offer, they have to leave. Because I said something about welfare package. We don't do it anymore. We don't do it anymore. But in those days, you do know that so even some of the athletes that are not even employed with the Sports Council, we give them allowances. Those that are not employed by the Sports Council, they get allowances. So and that one keeps them on. But these days, they don't have any allowances. Their parents will ask them, you have been going for this, but what do you bring from it? And let us see, we as parents really, if our child have been going somewhere 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you don't get anything back, and now somebody said, come, I'm going to give you 50,000 monthly. And that child now goes home to meet their parents and say, look, mommy or daddy, so state said, are going to give me 50,000 naira a month, and they are giving me 250,000 as an signing agreement with them. Yes, sign-on fee. The parents will say, oh my dear, what are you waiting for? They will. Until we start doing such a thing. Until we start doing such a thing in Ogun, we'll come back to that. But when you talk of handball, generally speaking, we lost, I mean, not that we lost, those players moves out. You will be hearing one man, George Adeyemi, Sawe. Sawe is the first professional player in Nigeria that goes to Europe. He's from Ogun State, and he is the best player in Africa before he moves out. The moment he moves out, start drawing those other 5 to Europe. And to fill that vacuum was so much for us. 6 standing players to move away. And we now look at what can we do. Okay, all we can do then, we just focus on youth development.
Okay. And
that is why you see, in those after that festival, in all categories of youth, under 12, under 15, under 18 to under 21, Ogun State were the leading team in Nigeria. We are winning on those, but when it comes to the senior,
at the festival level.
At the festival, that is why we have problems, because of lack of experience for those players.
Now, as a veteran, you want to look at the last 49 years of existence as a state.
Okay.
And of course, sports-wise, you want to say we have not done badly, but we can do better.
We can do better. Exactly. We can do better. We've not done badly. Why am I saying this? When you look back, all the festival we've been going for, no time will go beyond the units. Okay? We see it's just 8, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4 positions out of 36. I think you see that we're not doing badly. But what we are saying is that we can do better because we have the potentials, and we have the technocrats, we have the experience that can really make us to do better. as a state, because Ogun State has been an envy of all other states in times of sports.
Another sports festival, the second one in the history of Ogun State, will happen next year. I mean, this year, rather. And Ogun State is preparing, putting up facilities here and there.
Okay.
Now, beyond facilities, are you satisfied? Because I know you will know, with the way the athletes are being prepared. Are we preparing the athletes? Are you okay with the preparation of Team Ogun? If not, what do you think should be done within the limited time that we still have, so that we will not just host, but we will host and make an appreciable impact in terms of competing?
Thank you very much. Like I said earlier on, I said in times of infrastructures, well, the government is trying for improving the standard of the stadium and other facilities. But when you talk in terms of preparation,
for the Team Ogun athletes,
we are yet to. And I want to appeal, I want to use this forum to really appeal to the government. We can still make it. We have about 2 months to go now. And for that 2 months to go, we just have to bring these athletes to the camp, close camp this time around, so that we can make
even as
impact.
you speak, they should be in camp.
Yes, but we will not be. But they should just bring them to camp right now, so that to get prepared within 1 or 2 months, so that we can have good results, not just hosting, but host to have a very good impact. I'm only appealing to the government, and I know our government, our listening government, they will do something. Maybe they are holding a meeting, we never know. But I know that we should start their campaign right now if we want to really make good impact on the forthcoming National Sport Festival.
So generally, as we go on the program, what will be, for Ogun State to remain the mecca of sports, as it used to be, as it used to be, well, you said so many things, but as we speak, what will be your, as we go, what will be your passing shot? What should stakeholders, and of course, and sports administrators that are on now in Ogun State, what should be their focus?
Thank you very much. They should be on the round table now, thinking of how to bring the athletes to the camp. They should be on the round table to think of how to get the welfare of the athletes going on, so that they can be happy. The majority of them are even, I mean, they are depressed somehow. So some of them are still remaining with us, they are loyal to the state. But the government should do something to really encourage these athletes. And I want to talk to our sports administrators too, to make sure they push it towards to the government, because government may not know everything. They are there to represent the government.
And when it comes to employment at the Sports Council, it should not just be family affair.
At all.
I mean, what is he bringing in? Is he a coach? Is he an organizer? Is he, I mean, what does that? Not just because he's the daughter of retired coach Lagbaja, or the son of the retired coach Lagbaja. Let our sports council continue to be what it used to be
in those days.
In those days.
Thank you very much.
Coach Bello, I want to thank you very much for coming onto the program.
Nice to meet you.
It's my pleasure having you.
Thank you very much.
All right, I've been having as my guest on the program, sports executive today, Coach Adesanya Bello. They call him Coach T. Bello most times. He's an ex-international handball player. He played for Nigeria for so many years. And of course, revolutionized handball in Ogun State in the 90s to the 2000 towards, and of course, part of those who saw to the welfare and preparation of the handball players towards the 2006 games, and retired from the Ogun State Sports Council as a deputy director. I've been having him on the show, Sports Executive, this wonderful Tuesday. I want to thank you very much one more time.
Thank you very much.
Of course, until I come your way again next week with another interesting guest on the program, Sports Executive, I remain yours sincerely in sports, Hakeem Akitunde. Thanks for watching.